Together we can overcome all of our fears. Together we can make them disappear. Together we can expose the darkness and the lies. Together we can shine forth the light. But when the world conspires to keep you down without a fight, just remember it's always darkest before the dawn and the morning light. So pray to God and be strong and the strength of...
I want to thank everyone for coming and unifying Rhode Island. It's great to see these many patriots. I know there's many more and there's conflicting events going on right now, but we're here in Rhode Island united, and we're going to stay united, and we're going to fight against the government tyranny in that building right behind us.
I have to be taller. Listen, I've been to some other events today, and we are not alone, is all I can tell you. There are many people out there who think like we do. We need to have the courage and the fortitude to keep pushing forward. We can make a difference in Rhode Island and in America. And I appreciate so much that you came out today. I mean, the lovely weather didn't hurt, but thank you so much for caring enough to leave your houses, your gardening, and coming here and kind of putting your mark on freedom. That's what we all want, right? We want the America that was the land of the free. It needs to come back. So thank you so much. There's a lot of work to do, so keep coming to these events, and thank you.
So my husband and I do run a podcast, yes, but my main reason for coming up here is the reason why I got involved. I have a young daughter. She is having a problem with the vaccine mandate right now for school. I see her freedoms being stripped away. I see her children's freedoms being stripped away, just a little at a time, right? And what I've learned over the past 3 years, and actually, you know, I've always been called a conspiracy theorist, right? And it's turning out that every conspiracy theory is becoming truth. The more we turn around and look, the more things come out that they're just lying to us about everything. And what it all boils down to is every fight you're fighting right now, whether it is medical, whether it is parental rights, whether it is any of these topics, if we do not have free and fair elections, none of it matters, because these are the people who are instituting these tyrannical laws and these tyrannical rules that are taking away our freedoms and stripping us of our Constitution. Do y'all agree with that? Do you understand what I'm saying with that, right? So I highly encourage all of you to become educated on the election process. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, Rhode Island Fair Elections and Education. RhodeForIntegrity.com is another great website that's loaded with alternative news. And then there's our podcast, Renegade Minds, and we're on Rumble, BitChute, and those are, you know, we get censored on YouTube, so that's why we're not there.
Phil, I come from Leominster, Mass. I run a local Make Americans Free Again chapter, and our group is a national nonprofit that we focus on litigation primarily, and also like building a parallel society and stuff. And right now we're doing lawsuits largely with regard to vaccine mandates and COVID mandates, and also like doctors that have had their licenses revoked. Right now we're representing Dr. Paul Thomas, who's pretty famous for writing the vaccine-friendly plan, which kind of is like a book of a lot less vaccines for the kids. And I also I recommend, I'm handing these cards out if you want to talk to me about it. We can get you networked up with the Medical Freedom Cause. We have over like 17 groups in Massachusetts and 200 groups nationally, and we're just trying to recruit as many people possible who believe in the cause of medical freedom, especially with regard to vaccines and vaccine mandates and all those things.
So, my name is Melissa. Tara, and I have all the Patriot names. Freedom11patriot.org. So I put a lot of resources and things. If you want to check the links and stuff that we can do, and I'll talk later because it's not about me. We have someone very important here. I don't know if anyone believes there is poisoning from fluoride in the water. So we have someone here that did a little research, or a lot of research on Rhode Island, and she wants to give the information so you can talk to her later, because this affects all of us and our children. And her name is Karen Spencer, and she has fluoridelawsuit.com, and she travels nationally, so I thought it was really good to give us this information right here, because all this is about freedom, so we keep ourselves safe. So welcome, Karen. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa, and everyone else. I actually don't travel nationally, but my writings have, to my great surprise, become international. The thing is, most fluorinationists are ignorant of the scientific evidence against fluoridation policy. Many others are willfully blind, but a few are dishonest. That has never been more apparent than in the past couple of months. It took a high-status whistleblower, FOIA requests, and a lawsuit to release the multi-year National Toxicology Program study on the developmental neurotoxicity of low-dose fluoride exposure. That means baby brain poison. HHS senior staff, at the apparent urging of the oral division of the CDC, which is just a small bunch of dentists, squashed that report a year ago this month because it was not favorable to their favorite mythology. Despite the spin the American Dental Association and its partners are giving the National Toxicology Program authors, the report, the authors wrote that they were unable to determine any safe threshold for pre- and postnatal fluoride exposure. These neuroscientists unequivocally found that a dose of 1.5 mg per liter increases the rates of learning disabilities like ADHD and significantly lower IQ. You should know that according to the CDC's own data, dental fluorosis, which is the visible evidence of overexposure to fluoride during early life, currently affects approximately half of American teenagers, and dental fluorosis is also associated with learning disabilities. Now, bad as that is, and it's pretty bad, you need to know that this is not only about baby brains any more than it's about teeth. If you have thyroid disease or kidney disease, your doctor should have told you to avoid fluoridated water and foods prepared with that water. If you have diabetes, you need to know that fluoride interferes with glucose metabolism. It promotes insulin resistance. If you have any inflammatory conditions like arthritis, eczema, psoriasis, or gastrointestinal conditions like IBS or UC, even optimal levels of fluoride in your water can be causing and definitely are worsening your symptoms.
Hello, everybody. All right. So glad to be here. So glad to be here. Let me begin. Liberty is meaningless where the right to utter one's thoughts and opinions has ceased to exist. That of all rights is the dread of tyrants. It is the right which they first of all strike down. And it's happening, you know it's happening to us right now when we have been censored and canceled for the ideas and ability of us as the American people and the citizens. They shut down our rights. We need to continue to fight. Yeah. John F. Kennedy. Boy, I wish John F. Kennedy Democrats, Kate, we're back. I am one. And because he believed in freedom, he believed in free enterprise, he believed in low taxes. While we shall negotiate freely, we shall not negotiate freedom. I'm Alan Waters. I'm running for Congress. Born in 1956, I am a father. I am married. I have 5 children. I believe that fathers matter. The lockdowns, as you know, were hypocritical. Walmart could stay open, and Wally's store around the corner had to close. We had business failures. At one point there was 30 restaurants. I don't know what the number is today, because certainly there must have been, once they even lifted, they just couldn't go on anymore. But we also know that Governor Gina Raimondo was out, just like the governor of California, telling us to stay inside while she was out enjoying the restaurant. And the point of that is that these folks want to take away our liberty, they want to take away our freedom, but it's okay for them. And we must continue to resist them.